Passive income is one of the biggest myths that are being sold to working professionals today. People think that one buys a property and then suddenly the income becomes passive. But the reality is that's not how it actually works. Passive income, it is not bought, it is engineered. And if you don't understand that difference, property is going to be very frustrating for you. Hi, my name is Ezra City. I'm the founder and CEO at InvestRent. And I always say, welcome to our channel, where we help you take the guesswork out of property investing. I love to say the channel is for property investors who are successful today and the ones who will be successful in the future. And we hope that these conversations help you make sure that you turn your salary into a property portfolio hassle-free. Now, let's get to it. Here's why most people never experience passive income when they invest in property. The real reason is, it is not because property is not working, it is because they are approaching it incorrectly. Most people buy property without a system. They only focus on the monthly cash flow and they react to their operations. People focus on buying the deal, but never building a structure to contain that deal, operate it, and grow it. And when it comes to profitability, most people focus on, oh, here's my income and these are my expenses, and whatever that is left is profitability. But that's not true. That profitability has to take account of how your asset is going to be performing over a period of time, not just on a monthly basis. And one thing that we found is most people don't even track their property portfolio's performance properly. Most of the time, when it comes to their management and tracking, it is all reactive. When you start having maintenance issues, when there's tenant problems, when there are multiple issues happening in your property, people start getting in the property and taking out fires. So the passive income moves from being passive to becoming an active stress. And that's where you get a lot of outlines saying, Ezra, right now my property portfolio has turned into my second job. One of the things that one finds as you continue building a property portfolio is that your passive income is going to come when your systems replace your emotions. And today I want to share 5 systems that you can start putting into your portfolio that can create true passive income. The first system is your acquisition system. How are you defining your objective as an investor? That's the first part. And of course, what is your criteria of the type of properties that you're purchasing? And lastly, just don't buy properties randomly. If you're buying a property because the bank has pre-approved your loan, then you're also buying out of emotion and not out of a clear objective. The second system that can help you experience true passive income is having a clear profitability tracking system. This is how you, firstly, when you're purchasing a property, understand what your actual cash flow is. But the second bit of it is understand what is your profitability of that property that you're purchasing. Sometimes a property can be cash flow positive, but it is not profitable. And that is what tells you if that investment is worth the time or not. And the third system that can help you to now start getting a step closer to experiencing true passive income, it is your operational system. This is how you're going to place tenants, how you're going to deal with your maintenance issues, and what financial control are you going to have in your portfolio as you grow your business. Of course, financial controls, I'm talking about things like, say you made your passive income for that year or for that quarter, how are you going to be allocating your cash flow? The fourth system that's very, very important, it is your portfolio sequencing system. This is why you need to have clarity on your financial freedom number, because whatever property you're purchasing, you want to know how is it getting you a step closer to your financial freedom number. And of course, how is the property you're purchasing right now going to affect the next 2 or 3 properties that you want to purchase next? The fifth and last system that will take you a little bit closer to experiencing true passive income is your review system. This may sound light because I'm just talking about you being able to put a system together where you are reviewing your portfolio performance on a quarterly basis or on a monthly basis or biannual basis. But this means a lot because you're going to know if your property that you invested in is performing very well or not. And that will help you make well-informed decisions about your growing investment portfolio. Applying systems like this is going to be very helpful because once you put the systems in place, your income becomes predictable. And predictable income feels like passive income. Unstructured income, it feels like chaos. So you can see that you don't buy passive income. You actually build the machine that engineer your passive income. In 2024, it became very clear to us at Investorant that we were helping investors purchase investment properties, but most of them were having issues with their properties post-purchase. And the issues that we're struggling with was not because the deal was bad. It was because the structure was not strong enough. Our clients did not need another property. They just needed operational discipline. They needed portfolio clarity. And most importantly, they needed structure. And that's when we stopped thinking about property sourcing, but started thinking about Hustle-Free as a system. Not a service, but a system. Because the problem was not their property. The problem was the absence of structure. Now, let's talk about what Hustle-Free property investing means. Hustle-Free means structured operational discipline. It means as an investor, you have a defined investment objective, a clear acquisition criteria, your profitability clarity, operational systems, and you have portfolio growth planning. Most people, though, think that passive income is about finding the right deal. The reality is that is not. It is about building the right structure. Anyone can buy a property, but very few people can engineer a successful investment portfolio. Now, if you want to start engineering your passive income instead of hoping for it, you need to start with clarity. The first thing you want to start with is understanding what your financial freedom number is. Once you know your number, then you have a North Star. The second thing you want to do is find out the type of investor you are. Once you know what type of investor you are, that will determine your strategy. And the last but not least is, if you're saying, okay, I need clarity where I can speak to somebody who can walk me through my financial freedom number, my investor type, and most importantly, how I can engineer a portfolio that will be giving me the passive income that I need, make sure you book a free consultation call that we have, and the link is in the description. But before you book a call, I want you to start with the tools, because passive income is not bought, it is engineered. Thank you very much for watching this video. I'm looking forward to seeing you on the next one.